Leave well enough alone needs to be another slogan that we bring back immediately. A lot of people in their quest for hatred and pettiness and bitterness and ignorance, they don't know when to leave well enough alone. So when you don't know how to leave well enough alone, you do stuff that can potentially be more harmful to your reputation, to how you're viewed, and to how others around you are viewed, because you can't leave well enough alone. Your judgment is so skewed and messed up that you don't know when to stop while you're ahead. You don't know when to leave people alone. And instead of sitting and not provoking people, it's like, I really think that a lot of people are either they are crash out lovers, or they just want to be crashed out on so they can play victim or have somebody to talk about or whine about. I don't know what the heck the problem is today. I just know that a lot of adults, or should be adults, because I think that we use the word adult too loosely, because there's a lot of big aged individuals that have no sense of wisdom whatsoever. The older I get, I've learned some things, and my ability to think and reason is better. And then you add the fact that when you try to apply or think in a discerning manner, I'm just looking at all the failed, prideful, because there's a lot of pride and arrogance running on, and a lot of it comes from people who really don't have a place to be prideful or arrogant when you look at how ignorant they are. That's why I call people arrogantly ignorant, because there's a lot of people that are so ignorant and committed to that ignorance that they're arrogant with it. They actually think that because they have an opinion that differs from yours, that somehow they're better than you. No, absolutely not. It's laughable as hell. It really is. I really and truly, I saw a verse today, because I was like, Lord, I remember it was a time when I had to come to you to remove a presence that, yes, I did invite, but the lesson has been learned. The punishment and the consequences have been rendered, but I don't want to persist, because once you know better, you do better. And that was one of those situations where I knew better. And then once I really accepted that I knew better, I wanted to do better, and I did. So I had to go to God, and I was like, okay, help me, because I don't want to run the risk of you not being with me as I move forward, as I need you. And there's some things I'm going to need you to do on my behalf that I don't want to be reckless, and then you sitting and then I got to answer to you or whatever. So I had to really trust and leave the person in the situation in God's hands. But in leaving that person in the situation in God's hands, I also found some verses in Psalms, because I was like, I remember specifically David praying that those that were against him and lying and speaking ill and saying all manner of foul things about him would be dealt with. So I found the prayers, and I said, let me apply this, because I can't do anything, but let me use this. Oh, God is a wonder when he spins the block on your behalf. He is a wonder. So I'm praying the same set of prayers for a whole lot of things that are going on out here where people really, really, really are making a mockery of God. They're making a mockery out of everything. And because they're so prideful and arrogant and ignorant that they never stop to think about the people who have been hurt and harmed and truly victims of bad actions and behaviors of others. I am praying God unleash the mother load, because whatever you plan for other people, especially when you know harm and wrong has been done, may God expose and drag all of it through the light. All of it. Because this is the season for the idols, the idol upholders, the idol worshipers, the idol carriers, and the idols, the idol makers, all of that to crash and burn. Because this pridefulness, this arrogance, and this ignorance has got to stop. It's got to stop. And I don't know who designated any individual to think that they, because they, because this, okay, no, not that, okay. About to get it out the rain. Y'all be careful what you ask for and what you participate in, because you all have going to learn the hard way. A lot of people, not everybody, but a whole lot of people are going to learn the hard way that they need to leave well enough alone, because God has the reins.